Hi!
Hi!
I am Isis Mirage.
And I am Coco Ferocha, and we are here to review RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5, Episode 10, plus Untucked, bitches.
Yeah.
So we are still in the competition to win 2 tickets on the Alan Chart Drag Stars at Sea Cruise. So the voting link for that will be down in the Panty Sniffer section, along with links to our Facebook and Twitter and stuff. So go like us on there and things of that nature. Mwah. So the mini challenge this week was that they had to do like a little boot camp thing. You know, it was kind of pointless.
Yeah, very Season 1.
Yeah.
With like Nina, Rebecca and all that.
Yeah.
And I believe that was for the transformation challenge too, right? Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
A throwback.
So the winner of the mini challenge this week was Miss Alaska.
God.
And that made her the person to choose the teams for the main challenge this week, which was the makeover episode, where they had to make over gay men who served in the military before the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, Miss Honey.
Yeah.
So the way Alaska assigned the teams was everyone kind of came in a row, and she kind of did it like that. Now, do you think it was shade at all?
She knows it was shade. Alaska put herself first for the comedy challenge, and this time around she said, bitch, Michelle Visage already done told me, this time I'm looking out for number 1, and that's it. Now, I've already done quoted Raven's bitch you didn't do it, and this was the bitch you didn't do it moment when she gave Roxy Andrews the hairy guy, you know, because, you know, I feel like even though Jinx got the old one, Roxy was really the one who, like, I feel would find it harder to translate her drag. Or at least I thought so, because Jinx can do campy and everything, but Roxy is like a body queen.
Yeah, I guess.
You feel me? And he was like kind of beefy and real hairy. It's not to say that Jinx wouldn't have had a difficult time getting like the oldest guy. I do feel like she'd find it easier to put him in her drag than Roxy in with her guy. But, you know, understandably, for the Jinx stands out there, I ain't trying to come for nobody. Like, I realize, like, getting the oldest guy is gonna come with its own issues.
Yeah.
As we see as the episode plays out.
So Miss Detox just got blessed, Miss Honey, with this guy who was totally sissy in that walk, like, straight away, boom, in the heels, like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
She was like, damn, how you get so lucky, ma?
But that's pressure at the same time, because then you probably got everybody feeling like, oh, you got this, and your bitch can't walk, and she already like sissying it up and all of that. So she need to bring it, especially if she can walk in some big ass heels.
Yeah.
I just think it's fabulous that we have these people on TV, on Drag Race, walking around in all their army gear with their heels on and everything. I hope that every sour man in America just happens to flip through in that moment.
Yes.
Like, that's it. And that's what we need. We need TV shows like this, because where else are you going to get this?
Yeah.
Just let me know, okay? Because you know this is like a strong issue for a lot of people, and Drag Race is doing it and saying, this is how many fucks I give. That's it. And of course it's good for all the little gay children of the world who might see this and, you know, might feel some type of way. Just let you know that you gotta be proud and about who you are and do what you do.
So I don't know really what to make of Jinx Monsoon's guy and this whole I killed Judy Garland thing, bitch. Cause, you know, maybe he really did. Like, he played too much.
That's doing the
most,
from the
Monsoon family. Ru was gagged.
I don't know why you think you killed Judy Garland and then come on the TV and tell everybody that you think you killed her. Am I right?
Right.
Am I right in feeling like, you know, you best to go home, you know, worried that the po-po gonna come knocking at that door? You know, this is not Usher, no confessions, but that ain't it. Can I just say how nice it is to hear the stories from people, how their life has changed now, that we don't have to fuck with this don't ask, don't tell bullshit. Because, like, you know, I don't know what person that agrees with, you know, Don't Ask, Don't Tell would be watching Drag Race, but it's good that we get to hear about this so that, you know, people can be more informed on the topic and speak about it with people that might not feel so good about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, this is where the change starts, is you and having conversations with people and really speaking about things and, you know, giving someone some knowledge. Because this is real ass shit. Like, these people are sat here saying that their life is better because of it, and you can't be mad at that.
You get to see a whole different, you know, it's more personal when you see the people whose lives are personally affected by things like Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So, you know, Drag Race is always doing the most for our community, and I live for it.
So, yes, don't let things just sit as they are and accept everything for what it is. If you have the right knowledge behind you and you know people who feel some type of way or who are negative, it's up to everybody to have intelligent conversations with people in order for things to really change and get going, because it's outside the community that we really need to boost.
Yeah, she is on one tonight, bitch. Going off.
Yes.
So aside from obviously having to come up with a runway look in transformation, they had to come up with a color guard presentation, darling, for the runway.
Yes. We'll talk about how each of the queens did, you know, along with the runway, as opposed to talking about how they did in rehearsal. So, you know, seeing Jinx and her guy interacting was really sweet, and it was really nice to see two strangers pretty much coming together like that to
connecting.
Yeah, and you know, just seeing like Jinx's emotion for that person, it's always nice to see somebody feeling something for someone else like that. And it's that type of connection that I feel is necessary in order to win or to get to win, because you know that synergy is going to show on stage.
Yeah.
You know, we got to hear more about Detox's story and, you know, the accident that she went through. And, you know, drag helped her out, and it really brought her out of her shell and everything during a really tough time. And this is why you need to not listen to anybody who tells you not to do something, especially when it's something creative and artistic and an outlet for you or whatever you're going through. You know, be it drag or dancing or painting or whatever. You can't let nobody tell you nothing. You gotta do what you gotta do, because as this shows, you know, your life can be cut like that. You know, so live for today. That's the tea.
It's easy a lot of the time to forget how much these bitches have actually like been through, and how inspiring it is to look at them and look at where they are now and everything they're doing now, and watching them on this TV show. And really, this is all the shit that they done been through, and it's crazy and it's so inspiring. Okay, so let's move on to the runway. So Mother Ru looked stunning this week, and so did Miss Michelle Visage in her pinup look. Yes, God. So there's not much point like giving too much critique on the color guard like presentation, because it was kind of like chop, 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 chop. So it was kind of hard to figure out who was doing what. But Detox's team seemed the messiest, because they had like the flag in the face, and the thing fell at the beginning, and then it fell in the other part. I'm like, good Lord, bless her soul. It seemed like Coco's team was like trying to do like the most. Like, I know that was like the critique, but Horchata like spinning it. You
know, I feel like Roxy and Isabella killed that, and even though if they were doing the most, whatever, I feel like Coco and Horchata were doing like pretty good, like from what I saw, because you know, there was a whole thing with Detox, and you know, Alaska lost the fucking shoe. Like, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, Jinx really managed, you know, with Fortuna to pull off funny, you know, campy routine without it looking like it wasn't kind of, you know, dumbed down because she was older or whatever. So I think they did a really good job.
Yeah, and like I said, the synergy showed.
So on to the actual runway looks. First up was Team Jinx Monsoon with, of course, the lovely Fortuna. You know, they had a theme going, and I think it was really, really perfect. They looked like they had a family resemblance. It was like a mother-daughter thing going on.
Yes.
I just thought they really turned it out. It looked completely cohesive and, you know, flawless.
Now, I do want to give 10s to Logo World of Wonder for the fabulous editing job this week, because I still cannot tell whether or not Jinx Monsoon really was saying those things out loud on the runway. Like, cause her lips kind of moving, but we kind of sure that it was from the rehearsal, so I
have no idea.
I don't know. You were slick if you did do that though, because like, that's just your way of remembering the steps, but then maybe it was editing, so I don't know. But I thought the looks were cohesive. It was very Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah.
And it was
the only critique I really have is her makeup could have been a little better.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Next up were Roxy and Isabella Andrews. For me, this was the best transformation of the week. They were sisters. They looked the same. They had the matching like reveal outfit, and then they had the matching underneath. It was just everything. This is obviously where Roxy's gonna shine with her sewing. Because I doubt she had, you know, 2 of the same size or whatever. They had that lying around. Like, she threw that shit together. And she was painted for the gods, hair done. She had the booty done. Like, it was, she was an Andrews.
She was an Andrews. It was a gag, get your life moment the minute they stepped out and hit that plexiglass.
Yes. 10s across the board, darling.
Yes, she did that. Next up was Alaska and Nebraska, and I was done the moment I saw those matching cat suits with the hair, with the roots, with the boots, because I don't give a fuck what nobody on that panel has to say. Like, those boots were cunt.
Yeah. Now, Miss Nebraska was almost giving me like Sonique, like mixed with Epiphany Get Paid, and I was getting my life. The only thing is those hip pads, darling, were, you know, I get it, like I would, you know, I ain't great at making hip pads. I never made some hip pads before, so I know probably just as much as she does, like a rough idea. But damn, shorty.
That was wrong on so many levels, and Alaska, you know you were wrong for that. It looked like 2 boxes of cereal on either side, like just straight up square, like
box of cereal. You doing the most.
That was doing the most. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, but I was living for the presentation with our little guns and
the guns.
Yeah, so
the guns.
So thunderfuck. Next up was Miss Detox and Miss Bethadone.
Available at the clinic.
You know, they had the red and white, you know, nautical thing going on, slightly patriotic.
The runway presentation to me was giving me very like, almost I want to say like Dr. Zeus. Like thing 1, thing 2.
Okay.
That's just like my take on that art. Like that's my story. It was kind of giving me that tea, and I thought it was really cute. And you know, unexpected for me. I've never seen Detox wear anything like that before. That color scheme. I mean, the hair was very Detox. But apart from that, but I was here for it. I thought it was adorable. And the irony of Bethadone looking like Fifi O'Hara. Can we please? In and out of drag. Right?
With Detox.
And Detox thinks she all cute and everything. I'm like, ooh, you know, that's funny. That's funny. That shit is funny. Next up was Miss Coco Montrese and Horchata. I love that name. This is what I want. When I order my hot cup of cocoa, I want rich bitch. I want glamour. I want a gown. I want the hair laid, you know, and a little nasty, something thrown over her shoulder. like, this is the Coco that I live for. It's very true to her, to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great. And I feel like, you know, in terms of the makeup on Horchata that Coco did, I didn't think it was the best, but I will say that I don't agree with a lot of people throughout this season. I feel like this is another situation of Dita Ritz's hair being dry or whatever, where someone says something about her makeup being orange and everybody
want to talk about
her makeup.
And everybody thinking they so motherfucking funny. Oh,
with a picture
Doritos.
Yeah.
Oh, Tango. Oh, not Tango, because that's English. Chang, or whatever y'all Americans drink, or whatever. And her in the spice market. Y'all are doing the most, and that shit is so recycled. So episode 10, y'all need to leave that shit in episode 2 and 3. Because y'all late to the ball, darling.
And I must be honest, I must keep it real for all of you out here. This is what you come to us for. It's this realness. And I just need to say, I'm really sick of seeing all these white people, all these white folk talking about Coco Montrese makeup and making fun of orange this, orange that, because unless you know how to beat the mug of someone with some color, you can't talk, okay?
Yeah.
So it's real easy to get a fucking 1W and wipe that shit on your face and, you know, highlight in the crown white. You ain't gotta worry about looking ashy or nothing.
Yeah.
Cause you can do it both ways. You can be warm or you can be cool, okay? So come to me then, okay? Cause I'm real tired of seeing all these fucking people online thinking they cute, and I look at your AVI and you white, you pale, you looking like Casper the Ghost. Like, shit. This is Vegas, this is 90s, this is a Montrese, this is legendary, this is powders, cosmetics, it's drag, it's, oh my god, like, get into all of this surgery, like, that's what this is. Coco Montrese's makeup to me is just legendary. It is what it is, it's drag, it's like, just get into all of this powders. I'm sorry, give her her tans. Give her her tans. Shit. Okay. Now, Horchata did look, you know, not that great, but
she didn't look great. It's not the same on Coco's face as it is on Horchata.
I don't even think it's just that. I think at the same time, there was so much pressure on Coco about her makeup that maybe that got to her and she was nervous. And doing makeup on yourself is so different to doing makeup on someone else. The way you hold the brush, the angle, like
the awkwardness.
And not hurting people, and, you know, lining waterlines and mascara and all that. Like, it's a lot harder than you think.
Yeah.
Especially on your first time, especially doing drag makeup. That's a whole lot. But, you know, she did what she did. She did the best she could, and, you know, the look was cute, the outfit and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the critique that really stuck out to me was the one that they were talking about how Coco had the full gown and Miss Horchata had, you know, the one with like the uneven kind of like, what do you call it, like fringy, I guess it's fringe, bottom. So I was like, that you know, it does look kind of like she left her with the scraps.
But that's come to me. That's come to me because she did in the gown like all prissy. Like, I don't know. I was here for it, I gotta say. Okay, so that's it. I'm sorry we had to, you know, really go in for this long about Coco, but this needed to be said.
Yeah. Okay, so the winner of this week's challenge was Miss Roxy Andrews, rightfully so. And the bottom two were Miss Detox and Miss Coco Montrese. They had to lip sync to Seduction's It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right. On Twitter yesterday, Ru said, you know, he kind of gave a little inkling to what the song was going to be, and I knew it was going to be this. And I said to this bitch, if Detox is in the bottom two, good luck to anyone else, because it's got that, you know, Detox.
It's so Detox.
It's so Detox.
I felt the same way. I was like, yeah, like, good luck to whoever's, there with her because it'll be done.
She ate that. She slayed that.
She ate that, but see, Miss Coco took her own fucking bite out of it too.
Yeah, yeah.
It must be said.
Yeah, Coco really did hold her own, and she was upbeat and with it. And I think at this point it was just, you know, Detox slayed this particular lip sync, and Coco had been there 3 times already before, so.
Yeah, I was worried about Detox bringing out that mouth because I was like, you know, something's already been said about it. If she does it again, and that's like her thing. But she slayed that so hard that you can't even be mad at it, and that's just what the fuck it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And I ain't never seen Michelle get her life like that. I mean, obviously it's her song or whatever, but she was into it. She was ready to tip.
All the oh moments, like, so.
Yes, yes. She got you. She got you.
So, you know, Coco Montrese went home, and I thought it was really, really sweet when she was leaving the runway or whatever, that Ru was like, you know, you never let me down, because, you know, she had that little breakdown, felt like she was constantly letting Ru down or whatever. Oh my god, why do I sound like Tyra Sanchez? So anyway, yes, or, you know, top 5, really gonna miss Coco. She put her stamp on the competition.
She did. She left quite the impression.
And she's gonna leave legendary in this show.
Yes.
Legendary.
There were moments with Coco where I was like, oh girl, you're doing the most. But you know, as a whole, I went into this show loving Coco, and she left, and I loved me some Coco.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the Untucked bitches. They all got back into the Interior Illusions Lounge, and they were discussing, you know, the judges' critiques or whatever. And Miss Coco was just pissed, honey. I mean, understandably.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of like, oh, ha, 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 she looks so busted, oh my god. Like, it was a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm sure for her, like, because that's her makeup, and not only that, but it's on someone else, and it's the first time they're in drag, blah, 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 like.
Yeah.
So I get it, like, but she just needs to try not to take it to heart, honey.
I know Coco has a lot of moments in Untucked, but I can understand her frustration because, like, you feel like you're making someone else look stupid, and that's not the point. And, you know, that kind of, like, it make you feel shit, and kind of awkward, too, to have someone sat there and it's like, you know, oh, I let you sit here like boo the fool, like. So I get it. And, you know, she kind of had a point with Jinx Monsoon's homegirl too, because it was looking a little kitchen sink. I mean, let's just say, because if we can plaster posters of Coco as a fucking curry powder bitch, you know, I think it's fair to say, you know, Jinx's bitch was looking a little kitchen sinky. But props to Coco for at least saying how she felt about the difference between hers and Jinx in the confessional and not in the Untucked, because then it would have just been another moment of her going off on someone else. So, you know, at least she kept it for that, you know. Talk about keeping it real, whatever, some things just don't need to be said.
Yeah.
I thought it was really sweet of everybody to come together and kind of support Coco and, like, let her know, like, oh, it's not that bad, because you know, they were kind of making fun of her a little bit and kicking with her in the workroom. Especially Roxy, I felt was being really sweet this Untucked.
Yeah.
In regards to Coco, she was like, oh, I think she's gorgeous, girl, I just think it's fabulous.
Well, that's her girl anyway, so.
But she was so sweet. I was like, yes, Roxy, do that, bitch.
So, you know, Coco was obviously really upset about it, and like you said, it's really sweet to see the girls come together and, you know, support her, and even the vet was like, you know, we got your back, so it was really, really sweet. So it was time for the peekaroo, and this time it was racers only, and the peekaroo was a message from Detox's brother and father and mother.
Yeah.
She got the whole fam.
Union, darling.
So yeah, it was really, really sweet. Like, you know, it was, we're not gonna spend ages talking about it like we haven't throughout the season, but it was just really sweet to see them, you know, reconnect and support her, and tell her how inspiring she is to them, you know?
Yeah.
That was a really, really the most important part.
And it's weird how everything kind of comes full circle, because this episode we, you know, hear more about her accident and everything, and then, you know, same time, Untucked, she gets like the video from her family. So this episode we really got to see a whole new side to Detox. And you know, as people who have waited for her to get on the show, like been waiting, it's so nice for her not only to be on the show, but to really be getting a whole new vision of who she is as a person, and not just like, you know, the diva you see up there on the stage. You know, like it's been said, RuPaul's Drag Race is just bringing families together, and although we're not going to sit here and review something so personal, I will say that I'm very happy for you, Detox, to be getting this moment and this shine, and for people to be finding out more about you, and it's just a beautiful thing. Bitch, Coco Montrese and them titties running around, being all fabulous, like that was so kind. That's like one of the most hilarious I've seen Coco thus far. Like that was it, mother. Let him use you, girl.
Yes, God, Nessa.
Yes. Although I still want y'all to give Funky Dineva a shout out, share it with Anessa.
I'm waiting. Cause she slayed that Real Housewives of Atlanta review too, bitches.
She did
so there's her shout out from us.
It was really cute to see everybody, you know, going on and everything. How wonderful everybody is.
It's so good. Like, you know, Roxy sort of was talking about like going out to more drag shows and being more supportive with the community. So that's fabulous.
Yeah. Before this review ends, I just want to give a big shout out to Miss Fortuna, because she was just adorable, and it was so nice hearing her story and, you know, everything she's been through and how the whole experience inspired her. And like, thanks to you, bitch, because you done paid your dues, and like, I'm just so glad that you got something so positive out of this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see this or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, you did that, bitch. Like, yes, thanks to you.
So that brings us to the end of our review, bitches. We hope you enjoyed it. As usual, like, subscribe, you know, share the video around, pass it around like a blunt.
Give me a thumbs up at least for these claws. At least. Because I can't even so much as pick up a lighter. And of course, vote for us on the cruise. I mean, y'all already know, so.
Yeah, there's links to all our social networks in the panty sniffer section. Bye!
Bye! Bye! Bye! Bye! Bye! Bye! Bye!